Alright, this is Foosh from eSource. I'm going to show you guys a nifty little package program called XAMPP. And with this program, it is a pretty good collection of programs that help you set up your website a little easier. I pulled up my browser. We're going to go ahead and take a look at Google. I got a little bar up in the top right for it. And XAMPP is how the application is spelled. What we're looking for here is Apache Friends. First result, no problems. Gonna go ahead and go to it. You will see here that it lists what XAMPP is compatible with. We got Linux, Windows, Mac, and Solaris. XAMPP is free. It's easy to install. We're going to go ahead and do XAMPP for Windows today. Select that. And we are looking at what it has with this package. We got Apache, MySQL, PHP, PHPMyAdmin, and a couple other things, including an FTP, a mail transport system. You know, a couple different good features that would help out any web designer. So we scroll down a little bit. We got our download section. We got XAMPP. We got XAMPP add-ons, which we're not really going to be getting into today. And we also got XAMPP Lite, which is a condensed version of the XAMPP program. We're going to go ahead and get the regular one. The basic package is perfectly fine. You scroll down, you get some other options down here if you want to get more advanced. You also got a couple choices here. You got your installer, pretty basic. It'll install itself. Your zips, you can just extract it yourself, or an executable, self-extracting zip files. So I'm going to go ahead and do the installer. It'll take us to SourceForge. I've gotten a lot of things here. I'm actually not going to download this. You get your little pop-up. I've already downloaded it, and it takes about 7 minutes on my internet, so I didn't want to waste your time. So I'm going to go to my tools and downloads. I just downloaded it to my default directory. I'm going to right-click and open it. We're going to get some Windows security garbage. Just going to run it. And once we get this installed, or getting this going, I can show you a little more. So you get your language selection here. I'm going to go ahead and go with English because I like English. You get this notice is saying some of our features might be restricted. I've never had any problems with this, so unless otherwise noted, I'm just going to continue here. Next. You can browse for a directory. Some people are going to do it on their desktop. I'm just going to stick to the C drive. Next. Here we go. You can install some services now. I'm going to go ahead and hold off on them until otherwise needed. Install. It's going to do its own thing here. Now, if you don't have an Apache server set up or some other kind of web server, when you go to your local host on a web browser, you would normally get restriction or a forbidden address or a non-existent address even. In this case, XAMPP started installing. We got kind of this basic old school index of an Apache server. We're going to go ahead and let this install some more. We're going to get a DOS prompt that pops up here, and it's going to kick itself out, so we're not really worried about it. As this keeps going, you go ahead and refresh. You'll probably see a nice interface. It's still doing its own thing, so we're going to go ahead and sit here for a minute. Obviously, not everything's going to be done because it's installing PHP files and extracting a number of things that it's going to need to run your server. Basically, everything's going to be configured for you. Here's the DOS prompt I talked about. It's going to kick itself out. I'm not doing anything. Finish. Congratulations, the installation was successful. Thank you. Yes, I would like to go to the control panel. Here's the control panel, and I believe on the control panel when you first start this, none of these are checked. I went ahead and checked Apache. That's going to get your web server running. I checked MySQL. It's going to get your databases running. And FileZilla is kind of an optional thing. It's for your FTP. I like FileZilla, so I went ahead and did that. And normally these stops are runs, so once you check those, go ahead and click run, run, run. And right here next to that, even, you got administration options for each of those. Apache administration is going to bring us to the same page. That's because it's an Apache administration page. The MySQL, I'll get into that in a minute. We're going to go ahead and go English because we like English, remember? And here we are. This is your administration page for your web server. Not so much an administration page as it is just kind of an explanation page. It congratulates you on getting the program installed, and you got some features over here on the left side. It recommends looking at status, as do I. And since we checked those boxes on the control panel, we're going to go ahead and see that most of this is activated. You got your databases, your PHP, your security, your CGI, etc. So everything's looking pretty good. The only thing that's not activated is your XAMPP. I personally turned that off for this demonstration. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead. You can look at the documentation. Most of these are provided by the actual creators of these packaged programs, like Apache and Perl and such like that. Interesting. It can help you out with a lot of problems. And last thing I like to do here is go to the PHP info. This is basically only confirming that the PHP is installed, and it gives you all kinds of information regarding your version of PHP and what you can do with your server. So by doing that, we can go ahead and check out some of the other stuff. I got some demonstrations of some basic PHP stuff. Down here you got some tools, including PHPMyAdmin, which is basically a condensed user interface that'll show you your databases and making it easier to create databases and manage them, and to input information into them without, a PHP code. So you can basically see the structures of some of these. Basically on the XAMPP administration page we were just looking at, with the PHP demonstrations, they needed databases, and this is where you can go ahead and look through them and check them out and get through all that. And you can see you could just delete lines or whatever you need to. I wouldn't really mess with any of this to begin with. So when we go ahead and go here back to the control panel, we're going to go to Explore. It'll take you to your XAMPP directory. You can do lots of things here. You got your uninstall, you got your directories here. What I'm basically looking for here is the htdocs. This is where you go to edit all your files. Anything that's going to be displayed through your local host will be here. I'm going to go ahead and open up my editor. And because we have PHP installed, I will go ahead and do a simple PHP script as an example. Hello world. Never seen that one before, huh, guys? File save as. I'm going to go to my C drive, because that's where my XAMPP folder is. And my htdocs right here. And this is the folder. I'm going to name this file eSource.php and save that. Go back to our local host. /eSource.php. And there it is. Hello world. So our PHP is all working, and as you can see in the htdocs folder where we just saved that PHP file, everything is working just fine. That is right there. And it is live, and it's all ready to go. So this is just a little demonstration of how helpful XAMPP can be, and hopefully we can make the most of it. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I really like this tool. It really makes things a lot more simple, and I like to take shortcuts, so this definitely works for me. So let's keep up the good work, eSource, and let's have fun in the process. Have a good day, guys.